Action! Hi, I'm Cassidy Quistorf, Klamath Film Executive Director, and I'm so excited to be here at the historic Rosswagen Theater in downtown Klamath Falls announcing our official selections for 2023 Klamath Independent Film Festival. This year we had a remarkable amount of amazing submissions of films, one of our highest yet actually. So with that, we'll be doing both in person and exclusively films online as well. We really hope to see you down here September 22nd through the 24th in Klamath Falls as we celebrate the very best of Oregon filmmaking. With that, we are so grateful to our sponsors who have supported us throughout every year, as well as our grant donations that we've had this year. Thank you so much, and thank you for being with us as we celebrate Oregon filmmaking.
Once upon a time, there was a seashell.
It lived at the very bottom of the sea, on the sand where it sat.
No, you're hella white.
Those are strictly white people activities.
You know ain't no black people out there like that. Black people don't be doing that.
I know so many black people that can't even swim.
Bro, you gonna keep fucking around out there till you end up drowning.
I find that baking brings happiness. I see a smile on people's face, and I think that's what I'm going for. I mean, have you ever seen anybody walk out of a bakery angry?
We were looking for a name for the boat. The idea of the Sorceress came about because of the name of Source Lake. So Sorceress is spelled with a U.
Well, as you may or may not know, Cameron and I have been talking about this for a while.
Oh! Shut the front door! Shut the front door! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Jesus,
oh my god, oh my god.
Bob, what is it?
They're having a baby. You're out.
No. Why would you think that? Oh, god damn it. I thought you put that in the...
You did put that in the basement.
There isn't another person. It's Darcel. And yes, it's Walter, but it's not. To me, that's one person, and that person is Darcel.
We're kind of much together, very much together.
I followed them up the mountain where I completed my first summit of Mount Hood. The Mazamas were so impressed with my climbing ability and joyful encouragement, I was awarded the coveted summit ribbon normally awarded to my human companions.
10 years ago, in the Wallowa Mountains of eastern Oregon, a lone male wolverine was first discovered by renowned wolverine biologist and researcher Audrey McGowan. Initially detected along with 2 other wolverines, they became the first wolverines in over 80 years documented in the state of Oregon. Since then, only Stormy has remained, and he has rarely been seen.
picture this. The selfie sanctuary. $5 a pop. You'd make a killing. Actually, I think a lot of community colleges are moving their offices into malls. I hear stamp collecting is due for a comeback, and we've got the perfect place for it. Seniors do a lot of walking in the mornings, so a quilting shop is a perfect fit.
Water is sacred. Water is purifying. Water is refreshing. Water is our first medicine. I was taught that a very long time ago.
Ne prendi uno, ne prendi due, ne prendi 10. Va a finire che decido di trasferirmi e vivere qua. E sono 15 anni che vivo qua, estate e inverno, proprio per i cani.
Sostanzialmente la grandezza di una nazione viene misurata dal modo in cui tratta gli animali. Io penso che l'Italia debba ancora fare tanta
seeing how their autonomy was taken away, their time was taken away, their freedom was taken away, all of these things that my parents were subjugated to for the sake of capitalism. Learning that and wanting to play or subvert that, I only wore clothes that I made myself.
No. This is yours. Is it? Yes. No. You're welcome. It's delicious. How can you drink that? How can you drink that? This is pure and black. Like your soul.
Where she works about a 10-hour day, she comes in to Think Wild at 6 a.m. and helps us with diagnostic procedures. She also performs surgeries, all on her free time. And it's incredible, and she's a major part of the reason why Think Wild is such a successful wildlife rehabilitation and conservation center.
So how are you?
Fine. Just having some tea and doing a little crocheting.
How's Dad?
Oh, he's fine.
Well, Joanne said he didn't sound that great when she called last Tuesday.
Oh, no, he's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Too bad we live so far away.
Well, you did come to visit us last month. That was nice.
So is Dad there now?
No, he's out in the yard, working.
The class is called River Engineering and Restoration. The focus is on teaching students the design of rivers and how to manage them well. I think it's really important for the students to have some hands-on experience. We spend so much time behind our calculators. I think it's really important for them to see these places that they're making calculations on, to understand the context in which these calculations.
Aaron. What is all this?
Surprise! Your abode awaits, milady. What's all that?
I chopped it.
You're so frickin' cute. Come on.
Daddy, what are you doing here?
Mommy went up to the cabin earlier this morning. We had a long talk and worked some things out. I know it's been a tough couple of months, but Mommy needed some time to forgive Daddy, okay?
Okay.
It's gonna go back to the way it was.
Okay.
Is that what you want? Us to be a family again? Good boy. Eat your cereal, and then go pack some clothes. We're gonna go camping, do some fishing. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
I love you, Cody.
I love it too, Daddy.
I alone will go.
Your heart is broken. You have had enough, and you just come unglued.
No! No! I'm as ugly as a bear!
Nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart.
Told her how much you love her. Now you're gonna lean in for the kiss. Oops.
Love stories written in love's richest book.
Oh! Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born?
He's not experienced in rebuffing kisses.
I was getting out there.
First unheard message.
Hey, Will, it's Dad. I doubt you'll get this in time, but I've got a computer guy from school helping me here, and we need the password to get into Windows. We need the password to get into Outlook. It's not CrabCake69. So if you get this within the next 4 minutes, give me a call back, or else in general, I need to talk to you about something, so give me a call back. But I think we're packing them up. All right, bye.
What he wanted to talk to me about, besides computers,
End of message.
was cancer.
Bye.
But first things first, this is my family. I'm Will Kristen, and I'm a filmmaker.
Will, try that again.
I'm Will Kristen, and I occasionally make films.
Kakum nukum suyapum timas. Kita maluat tipmanin kinki wataspa. Ka kawa henasmuna oikaloma titwatit yaya. Ka kalanich punika kanit ka timanit. Ka imamuhu kalakaika. Hinoktia natso-ochna. Kakawa sao hipautaya. Kawako kika tignepats winaisa. Kima titwatit yaya.
Now I'm gonna have to start leaning into that discomfort, or I'm gonna be like emotionally stunted my whole life.
Just kept asking me, do you really want to do this, Sam?
In everyone's youth, there's at least one pivotal something. It haunts us, but it can make us stronger.
Things will not be the same after you do this. Sam will be different.
Estamos conectados. A veces siento a tu abuela, mi bisabuela, tu tío, aquí conmigo. Están orgullosos. Incluso percibo a Mau también. Pero ellos quieren que les hables a los niños en español.
Spanish is a colonizer's language, whatever.
¿Por qué?
Why is Spanish a colonizer's language? Because our language was taken from us.
Ay, Virgen Santa, ya. Oye, ¿por qué me preguntas de los ancestros? ¿Es que te están hablando?
No, never mind. I have a job interview today for a full-time job. I was wondering if you can go get Marco and take him to my friend who's gonna get Mao.
Cuando tú eres chiquita, yo nunca trabajaba. Eres bien terca.
I'm not stubborn. Life is stubborn. And you get Papa to support you. It's not the same.
Papa, you had a man too, but you let him get away.
Let him get away? Ma, that man was no good for us, and you know it.
You didn't take care of him.
This is not my fault. There's a whole system built.
¿Qué hay ahí con el sistema? Nunca es tu culpa.
You're not having this conversation today. Can you get Marco or not?
No, tengo que trabajar hasta las 5.
Got it. Great.
Recuerda, mira las señales. Los ancestros te están hablando. Bye.
Bye.
You know, it's not just me who would miss you if you went. I mean, there's Kate and Sean, and I'm sure you have less important friends. And your parents live up here, too.
My parents live in Salem.
Yeah, but they live like an hour away. I mean, if you moved to New Orleans, that'd be what, 20 hours?
You think I could drive from Salem to New Orleans in less than a day?
Shut up, you know what I mean.
Dude, it's not like I don't think about this stuff. I mean, I would really miss everybody too, but that's just part of moving to a different city, you know? You make new connections, new friends. I can do that.
I understand that you can make new friends. What I'm simply saying is that you... Are you listening to me?
Oh, sorry, that one was kind of feisty.
Look, all I'm saying is your friends up here, especially me, would really miss you.
You know, there really are more jobs down there.
Yeah, so you keep saying.
Lake Abert is one of the rarest lakes in the world. It is a hypersaline lake which can be 10 times saltier than the ocean. This unusual ecosystem produces vast quantities of brine shrimp and alkali flies. The shrimp and flies nourish more than 100,000 birds each year as they migrate along the Pacific Flyway. During the summer, they stop to fatten up for the long journey south. The lake is 16 miles long, 3 miles wide, and up to 16 feet deep, making it the 4th largest lake in Oregon. That was until 2014, when the lake went dry for the first time since the Dust Bowl era. It dried up again in 2021 and is nearly dry again in 2022.
In the dark of night, under a sky filled with stars, I feel the most at peace. It's a spiritual experience for me. I think about how our bodies are made up of the same elements that make up the stars. And I wonder about the same things humans have wondered about for centuries. Are we alone? Why am I here? Just trying to think about what my purpose is. The universe is just so huge. It feels like there's got to be a reason we're here.
Dude, come on, you're up. Come on.
I got online to follow through with a thought on behalf of my brother Stephen. I was curious to see if there might be some COVID relief funding available to him via his tribal rights. I wasn't exactly sure what I was looking for or what I might find. I knew Stephen had been arrested before, so I sort of assumed he had had his mugshot taken, but that was a long time ago. This time, I found it by typing in his name in a Google search.
I've always hated running. That's why I do it every day. After I take off the first 100 feet or so, I want to scream. I can't give in. I have these thoughts, or spirals. I get anxious and my brain runs off and takes me with it. Sometimes, if I start running first, it helps. Having a goal to meet, a marker to touch, a halfway point is crucial. Focusing on my goals eases me.
His invention was simple. It was meant to undo the harm we have done to our planet. To make trash and pollution disappear. It worked beautifully for a while. And he was a savior.
Looks exactly how I remember it.
You brought cash, right?
Yeah.
Come for third, Laertes. I'm afeard you make a wanton of me.
Say so, Hamlet. Come again!
It is here, Hamlet!
Oh, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee.
I'd like to see a big grin from you both. What brought you in here today?
He proposed. We just want to capture the moment.
Oh, goodness.
This is a lost story about how the U of O Native American Student Union began in the 60s, and which was the direct precursor to the current Native ethnic studies, Mother's Day powwow, and even the Longhouse. As a mentor to young Native filmmakers at the U of O, and as someone who was there, I propose...